Your garden edges don't have to look rough or abandoned. In the next few minutes, William from Golden Age Gardening is going to show you 7 perennial plants that will instantly transform your boring garden borders into something that looks professionally designed. These plants are so simple to grow that even beginners won't struggle with them. If you want a garden that looks intentional and polished without spending hours on maintenance, keep watching. And before we jump in, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a gardening tip again. Before we explore these border-changing plants, I want to hear from you in the comments below. What's your biggest struggle with garden edges? Do they look messy? Do your plants flop over? Are you tired of your borders blurring into the lawn? Comment your answer, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you love gardening content. Share this with a friend who needs help making their garden look magazine-worthy. It takes just 2 seconds, but means everything to our Golden Age gardening community. The problem everyone faces. Most gardeners focus all their attention on the middle of their garden beds. They pick exciting shrubs, colorful flowers, and interesting textures for the main show. But then they ignore the edges, and that's where everything falls apart. When your borders look messy or undefined, your entire garden suffers. Even the most beautiful bed in the center can't save a sloppy edge. The truth is, a strong border doesn't require complicated landscaping or expensive design work. You don't need to hire a professional landscaper or spend your entire budget on fancy plants. Sometimes, the right edging plants are truly all that stands between a garden that looks accidental and one that looks intentional. These 7 perennial plants stay neat, require minimal fussing, and create that smooth visual bridge between your lawn and your planted beds. Whether your garden style is cottage charm, clean modern, or somewhere in the middle, these plants will add softness and color while keeping everything looking deliberate and beautiful.
Perennial number 1, Geranium bicolor. Let's start with Geranium bicolor, a soft, low-growing plant that instantly makes your garden edges look planned instead of wild. This is one of my go-to choices for anyone starting their first border because it does the heavy lifting without asking for anything in return. Geranium bicolor has a tidy mounding shape that naturally stays contained. The delicate flowers come in white with a soft pink blush, creating a gentle color that doesn't shout but quietly improves everything around it. The foliage is fine and textured, which creates a clean visual line that frames pathways and borders without looking stiff or formal. Even a single row of Geranium bicolor adds a finished polish that many gardens never achieve. What makes this plant exceptional as an edger is its controlled, slow spread. It settles into the front of your beds with a graceful shape that never flops over or creeps aggressively across your borders. You won't wake up to find it taking over your garden. The foliage stays attractive from spring through fall, and when it flowers, the soft wave of blooms guides your eye gently along the entire border. In real gardens, Geranium bicolor pairs beautifully with bigger, bolder textures. Planted in front of hostas, Nepata, Lavender, or lady's mantle to create a balanced, layered edge that feels natural. Tuck it along walkways, curve it around corners, or let it soften the base of larger shrubs. You'll create an elegant, seamless transition that looks effortlessly professional. No constant pruning needed. No fussing, just an effortlessly polished border that looks like it was carefully planned by someone who knows what they're doing. Subscribe to Golden Age Gardening for more plants like this.
Perennial number 2, Dianthus firewitch. Moving along, we have Dianthus firewitch, a compact edging plant that brings crisp definition and vibrant color to any border you have. If you want drama without chaos, this is your plant. Dianthus firewitch has a low mounded shape that naturally forms a clean, neat line along your pathways and bed edges. The flowers are hot pink, almost shocking in their brightness, which creates an instant focal point. But here's the smart part. The color is so bold that you only need 1 or 2 plants to make an impact. You won't need dozens to get the effect. The fine blue-gray foliage adds contrast even when the plant isn't flowering. This means your borders look polished and intentional all year long, not just during bloom season. That's a game changer for garden design. Dianthus firewitch stays tidy and uniform naturally. It rarely flops over the edge of the bed, and it doesn't stretch beyond its space the way some plants do. It thrives in sunny spots with well-draining soil, making it especially reliable in front-row positions where many plants struggle to survive. This is a plant that delivers both structure and personality without requiring extra effort. In landscapes, Dianthus firewitch shines along walkways, at the front of mixed borders, or planted in rhythmic drifts to create visual flow. Pair it with lavender, Nepeta, or compact geraniums for a harmonious blend of texture and color. Whether you use it as a single accent or repeat it for impact, this plant gives borders that finished look without demanding constant attention.
Perennial number 3, Veronica whitewater. Next is Veronica whitewater, a low trailing plant that creates a crisp, polished edge without ever looking heavy or overgrown. Think of it as a natural outline for your garden. Veronica whitewater has bright green foliage and white to soft lavender blooms that add a clean, refreshing line to any border. It makes garden beds look neater instantly, almost like you just finished organizing them. Even in tiny spaces, it spreads just enough to soften harsh edges while keeping everything controlled and thoughtful. This plant forms a tight, cascading mat that follows the natural shape of pathways and beds. It stays low, usually just a few inches tall, so it never blocks other plants or demands attention. Instead, it works quietly behind the scenes, giving structure while adding delicate spring and early summer color. You can use Veronica whitewater along walkways, between stepping stones, or at the front of layered beds where you want a combination of softness and clear definition. Pair it with Geranium bicolor, small hostas, or Dianthus for a cohesive, refined look that feels thoughtfully put together. Veronica whitewater is one of those plants that quietly elevates everything around it. Simple, elegant, and always well-behaved. It never requires special treatment, and it never disappoints.
Perennial number 4, Lady's Mantle. Let's talk about Lady's Mantle, a soft textured plant that brings instant calm and balance to any garden edge. This is my personal favorite for creating that magazine quality finish. Lady's Mantle has scalloped, velvety leaves that naturally spill forward in a gentle mound. This creates a clean, finished line along your borders without looking forced or stiff. Here's something special. When morning dew collects on the foliage, the plant has an almost magical, luminous quality that subtly elevates your entire bed. It's one of nature's quiet gifts. Lady's Mantle stays compact and rarely flops. It fills small gaps with an effortless drape that makes borders look intentional instead of patchy. It excels at unifying mixed plantings, bringing everything together visually. In late spring through early summer, Lady's Mantle produces airy chartreuse blooms that float above the foliage. This light, almost ethereal color pairs beautifully with purples, blues, and pinks. It's like adding a soft glow to your border without any extra work. In real gardens, Lady's Mantle excels at softening the front of beds, edging pathways, or blending transitions between hard landscaping and planting areas. It's especially striking beside geraniums, Dianthus, lavender, or hostas. The texture provides contrast without overwhelming your overall design. No matter where you place it, Lady's Mantle brings gentleness, structure, and that polished, designed look every border needs. Subscribe to Golden Age Gardening to learn more advanced border planting techniques.
Perennial number 5, Hosta mouse ears. Coming up next is Hosta mouse ears, a miniature edging plant that delivers big visual impact in a tiny package. Don't let the small size fool you. This plant is a border game changer. Hosta mouse ears has thick, rounded leaves that form perfectly neat mounds. These look almost sculpted, instantly giving your borders a tidy, deliberate edge. This works especially well in small or narrow beds where you need control without taking up space. What makes Hosta mouse ears stand out is its compact size. It usually stays under 6 to 8 inches tall, which keeps it naturally controlled and incredibly easy to place anywhere. The foliage is dense, glossy, and slug-resistant thanks to its thicker leaf texture. This means it's far easier to maintain than larger Hosta varieties, and you won't spend your season fighting pests. Planted along pathways, at the front of borderlines, or around stepping stones for subtle structure that lasts all season long. It pairs beautifully with Geranium bicolor, Dianthus, Veronica, and other small-scale plants. The mounded form creates a clean visual rhythm along your borders, turning ordinary garden edges into thoughtful design elements. Whether you use it as a repeating accent or in small clusters, Hosta mouse ears brings order, elegance, and just the right amount of charm without requiring special care.
Perennial number 6, Lavender hidcoat. Now let's explore Lavender hidcoat, one of the most dependable edging plants for creating that clean, intentional ribbon of color along garden borders. If you want a plant that works hard with minimal maintenance, this is it. Lavender hidcoat has a compact shape and deep violet flower spikes that rise above soft, silvery foliage. This combination instantly gives your beds a polished, Mediterranean-inspired look without appearing stiff or over-designed. Even a short row of hidcoat transforms a simple border into something that feels curated and thoughtfully planned. This plant stays naturally tidy and low, usually under 2 feet tall. This makes it ideal for outlining pathways, framing garden beds, or adding structure beside hardscape elements like patios and retaining walls. Lavender hidcoat thrives in full sun and poor, fast-draining soil. In fact, it rewards tough conditions with richer color and more fragrant blooms. Its uniform size and slow, controlled growth ensure your edging always looks even, balanced, and easy to maintain. This plant brings movement, fragrance, and unmistakable charm to any border design. Use it as a continuous line to define curves around your garden, or pair it with roses for a classic cottage combination. You can repeat small clusters to create a rhythm that guides the eye through your entire garden. With minimal effort, Lavender hidcoat makes every bed feel more intentional. Don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with fellow gardeners who need border inspiration.
Perennial number 7, Nepata Persian Blue. Finally, we reach Nepata Persian Blue, a graceful, free-flowing plant that adds a soft, airy edge to any border. This is the plant that ties everything together. Nepata Persian Blue produces clouds of lavender blue flowers that spill gently over the front of your garden beds. This creates that effortless designer look you usually only see in professionally planned landscapes. Even a small planting brings movement, color, and cohesion that instantly improves your entire border. Nepata Persian Blue works beautifully as an edger because of its neat mounding shape and incredibly long bloom season. It stays compact and resists flopping over the edges of beds. The plant repeats flowering from late spring straight through summer with just a light trim, so you get months of color. The gray-green foliage adds a calming, silvery tone that pairs well with almost any plant style. Whether you love cottage borders or prefer clean, modern layouts, Nepata Persian Blue fits right in. This catmint excels at softening hard edges, guiding the eye along pathways, and filling the front of beds with consistent blended texture. It's a magnet for bees and butterflies, so you're also supporting pollinators while making your garden beautiful. It thrives in heat and sun, and it requires almost no maintenance. This is one of the easiest ways to give your garden that polished, intentional finish without any extra effort. With the right edging plants, even the simplest garden bed can look finished, cohesive, and professionally planned. These 7 choices work because they all stay neat on their own. They offer long-lasting color or texture throughout the season. They keep your borders from blurring into the lawn, which is the key to looking intentional. You don't have to use all 7. Choose one or mix a few together to build clean lines and soft layers. Plant them in spring or fall for best results. Space them according to their mature size, and your garden will instantly feel more designed, more intentional, and more beautiful from every angle. Your border transformation is just one planting season away. Subscribe to Golden Age Gardening for more expert tips on creating beautiful outdoor spaces. Leave a comment telling us which border plant you're most excited to try. Share this video with someone who loves gardening and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new episode. Thank you for watching Golden Age Gardening, where we make garden design simple and achievable for everyone.